Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to the stream, to the channel, and everything on this side of the void. My name is the Dark King King. I play video games, I do challenges, and we are going to be coming directly after phrase. We are following up last time we were here with last week's streams, or a couple of streams, with Dark Souls 1's weapon roulette challenge, so to speak. We beat a boss, we pick a new weapon, we level up appropriately, and we move on. We are moving on to Majula. We are going out to Dark Souls 2. We are doing all of the main game and each DLC. So we have the Sunken King, we have the Frozen sectors, and we have the Forge. We have a lot to do. There's a big game, a lot of stuff to do, and a lot of weapons to find. So fingers crossed things go well, and if not, it'll be certainly good comedic relief. But enough yammering. Let's get into it, shall we? Hopefully everything works. Let me see if I can get this up and running again. Yeah, that one. I may have to rotate to the borderless. Hold on. Hope everything has a filter still. Okay, yeah, everything's got a filter. Hold on. There we go. Alright, everything looks like it's working. So we'll go from there. Alright. Let's do this.
Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. drawn to a flame. Your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Certainly one heck of a way to get to the intro. Ugh. We have so much decay on our bodies. Before we go further, I do want to adjust some settings real quick. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. And I'm going to make this... I'll leave it full screen. Yes. I just don't want you guys getting blasted with audio. Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit better. So yeah, the game plan is very similar to what I did with Dark Souls 1. I do have a mod just to remove the tedious nature of the grinding aspect, but I still have to get all the weapons manually. I don't spawn in anything. I still have to roll to change weapons every time I fight a boss, which again, there are significantly more than Dark Souls 1, so I'm going to have far more to work with. Or to go find, in some cases.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
I am called. That's what we are here to do.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look. Who do you think it's supposed to be?
Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Right, this is also going to help us determine what the game plan is or our choice of starting block. So let's see. Hold on. There we go. What we get. Starting with halberds. I don't even know if any class starts off with a halberd. Hold on. Let me move this back. There we go. Broken sword, broadsword, scimitar, short sword. Alright, yeah, nothing starts with halberd. Let's spin again and we'll see what else we get. The idea is basically to get us at least a baseline of something we can start with, and then as we get more weapons, we'll have a lot more variety. Okay, I don't think anybody's a pyromancer to start. So I'm pretty sure. There's a mod that you can start with a pyromancy-based class. Nope. Alright, can we go 3 for 3 here? Let's try again. We don't have any twin blades either. Come on, Wheel, give us something else. I know we don't start with a twin blade. Okay, hammer. Pretty sure one of us starts with a hammer. Let's see. Ah, the cleric does. We'll get the chime and we'll get a mace. Alright, we're starting off with cleric, I guess. Alright, we'll have to make it work then. Gifts. Let's take the assortment of healing wares. Get us some kind of aspect of things. So we'll do slim. We are the bold man. With the deep blue coloration. Nice. We're gonna need ourselves a nice scraggly beard. Probably a nice dark brown. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Alright. Let's do it.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Such is the aspect of this game. In this series, no doubt. Alright, let me take this off. Yeah, this is a hammer. Effectively with the attributes. What do I need to wield this properly? 12 strength. I have 11, so I have to two-hand it. Alright. Also, sidebar as well, because that I'm now in Dark Souls 2, and we now have the ability to power stance. If I can power stance the weapons I have that I've rolled, I'm going to do that. Purely for the thematic aspect of things, because it looks awesome to dual wield. But that has also just been the thing with me. I like dual wielding, both in here and in Elden Ring when we get to that instance as well. I will be doing that. Just so I have that ready in case. Alright, I'm just gonna skip past the intro areas, just the intro spots. I will come back that way for, I believe it's an Estus shard, for my flask. But I think most of the run is going to be relying heavily on these gems. Purely because I use this a lot when my adaptability is much higher, because it's faster for equipment. But I can also do that over time, and if I'm going to be doing... Well, I mean, it depends. There's a lot of ways this run could go. This run could go relatively smoothly, or it could go out the window and I get, you know, the worst possible spins for everything in the game. But that's the point of the random chance, isn't it? One of the roulette aspects of things. I just have a decent roll. So. Grab that. This is flask shard. Great. Let me see what I have equipped. Move this here. Okay, let me at least go get my Estus shard. Or my Estus flask, rather. Yeah, eventually when I get more weapons, I'll start being able to power stance stuff.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey. Go on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrin.
Alright. So we'll level up through her. So it'll be later. And as well, same thing as well. Because I'm gonna get probably more of these as I go on. I'm gonna use probably more of them just to get, again, to buy stuff.
Bearer of the curse, for misery will lead you to greater. You will never meet the king with his.
I get
Seek
it.
those who there's
Yes.
so that is that it here to see luck.
I
However,
just want to upgrade my. Here we go. So yeah, she has us go out and seek for like, great souls, kind of much like we did with Dark Souls 1. So we gotta go find 4 various ones, and then we can go see King Vendrick. This. Okay. So a lot of this is mostly going to be me going from place to place to buy stuff, and excess souls that I use from buying things will then be used to level up, because later areas will get more expensive. That's usually how that works. And I think for the starting block, I'm going to probably start working towards getting everything at least to level 20 or level 30, just so I have everything neutral. And then I'll start doing heavier advancements based on what the higher stat requirement is for the weapons. And of course, equip load, stamina, and health, because I'm going to need that for taking less hits, taking more hits, power stancing, and more weapon swings. Hopefully the audio isn't too much for you guys. If it is, turn it down a little bit more. Maybe reduce it just a bit more. That should be at least a little bit better. It's not blasting you guys. Effigy. Yep. So, I'm gonna go probably for the last giant round first. I think he is probably the easier of the intro bosses between him and, was it Dragon Rider, I think? Plus, if I can get some early weapons as well here, great. But I have, you know, such little stamina. Alright. Well, if you guys are excited, I know I am. It's going to be interesting to see how this game plays out. Don't you dare shoot your bow at me. Sip. This up. Nice. Yeah, I think if I run out of life gems, I'll start using my SS Flask more, but SS Flask will be much more useful when I get more charges for it, and stronger aspects. But I also do have my Chime for the heal spell, so I do have that if I run out of everything possible for healing. Alright. I want to do this effectively, or just run through it. I should at least take care of the guy on the upper levels, so let me work towards him. This guy's gonna get up from the top of the ladder. She'll probably go get this. Oh, I missed. That's a great start. Okay. Well, first death. Man. Well, might as well use this. I mean, stock up on a supply of those. That's a great way to start this off. Well, I think this is also the case, the fact of the true villain of this game is always Drow. Gonna need stamina and strength real fast. Yeah, I think with this game as well, given that this is, in some cases, a lot of people's minds, well, I guess, no, I guess it's probably the truth for a lot of people. This one is considered to be significantly harder than the other Souls games. I mean, it is a bit more clunky in some aspects, but it is a really good game. It's a very good game. But some aspects of this game are better than others. I, for one, still think it's a good one. Alright, let's try this again. Ugh, there we go. Just want to pick that up. Nice. Ow. Ow. Alright. These. Nice. Okay. So I will also need to remember as well that fact that if I'm going to power set weapons, I need to have, I think, double the required strength requirement. At least 1.5 times the strength requirement to power stance them. And I'm going to need significantly more equip load. Equip load, stamina, and strength in order for me to power stance. And I'll probably do the same when I do Dark Souls 3, where I do like the power safety aspect, so I'm gonna probably lean more towards the dual wield based weapons more than the others. I have too many of these. Alright, let's pick up more. There we go. I got a short sword. Oh, that hurt a lot. Okay. Good. I could do with the rest of them, but most of them have like either broken swords or something that's not really effective at this stage. At least not what I'm trying to do. But we'll keep moving forward. Yep. Yeah, the pacing of this is probably gonna be a little bit slow to start, given I am trying to hunt for a lot of these weapons, and I'm also significantly weaker at this stage. And also, would you consider the last giant area to be more of the tutorial area? I mean, tutorial... Well, no. The lead up to Majula is kind of the tutorial area, so that's a different story in itself. But which is a more tutorial-esque boss? I think Last Giant still contends to be the more tutorial boss than Dragon Rider. And significantly more than the old, what is it? The Ornstein boss. Old Dragon Slayer. Who is it? Old Dragon Slayer? So there's Dragon Rider and Dragon's... I think it's Old Dragon Slayer. I don't know. I forget. Should rest and get some durability back. And I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, you can buy a good portion of items from her, and she'll give you, I think, the +1 Serpent Ring, which would be great for soul gain, especially this early. And if you talk to her enough, she will leave to... Ooh, I can dual wield the clubs. Let me get 2 of these. 2 of these. Let me buy 1 just to see. Because I'm pretty sure I have to have 1 in each hand. They're not like dual wield weapons. Yeah, they're dual wield. Okay, so they're each separately, okay. But it is better quality than using this, so let me use that. Let me buy another one of these for the... Nope, not that one. This one. I think I'm also going to go ahead and buy the Traveling Merchant attire, just because I need something that's a little bit more armor than my robes. I should buy Leningrass. I will need the Fragrant Branch of Yore, the Lockstone, all of these. As many of these as I can carry. There we go. Oh, I should get Soul Arrow as well. Let me also use a couple of these just to buy the rest of them. Yeah, I mostly want to use a lot of my soul drops for currency versus for level ups. I want to earn the level ups from fighting and killing things. I should be able to talk to you. Yeah, I can cover the super strength +1. And then if I exhaust her dialogue, she should move to Majula.
You're a stranger to this land. Oh, we get as strangers these days. Everybody's gonna run off. Drang Lake's been up a pile of rubble
It's the truth.
They say these trees grew from the remains of the giants. From each carcass sprouted new life growing into what you see now. But you know what they also say? Don't believe what an old hag says. It's high time that I pick up a bargain for you. It's high time.
Now we should be able to get her to move. Let's put on some gear. Not the best, but better than nothing. Cool. Alright, now we move towards the... oh, do I get a bonus from this? Discovery... Oh, I get a discovery bonus. Cool. So I get soul gain and discovery for items. Cool. Alright, we need to move forward though. Fuck. Oh, you would drop your halberd, that'd be great, actually. Because then I could actually go back to the one halberd that I had rolled at the very beginning. Do you give me... I don't pick up a halberd at some point. Or is it a great sword? Isn't dead. That's like a sliver though. Stop with that. Okay. Alright. Should have double tapped and ensured that he was actually dead. Okay. This is a great start. Only half an hour in, we're already at 2 deaths. This is going to be significantly more different than my Dark Souls 1 run of this. Thank you. Let me deal with you properly this time. Instead of just not even bothering to finish the job. Thank you. Jeez. Don't know why that was so difficult. Why was that so difficult, rather? I think I'm just gonna run past a lot of this stuff because I know I'm gonna have to come back anyways, but I mostly want to aim to get the shortcut open first, and I can beat the boss. I will then come back and explore more, because there's a couple things I want to pick up. There's the Chloranthry ring, and I think I could get a Titanite slab early as well. Oh, this is a bad idea. Bad idea. Why don't you throw it in? No, I want them to throw at the barrels. Can you throw a piece? Not that one. Okay, or don't. Alright, you know what? Alright. Let me just get in the door. There we go. Oh yeah, I forget these guys just keep their shields up the whole time. You're definitely gonna be an annoyance. winged spear. Nice. Can't do anything without the soldier's key. I'll get that from Giant. Okay. Yeah, I need to pull one of you first. Peace. Come on. Cool. Nice. I'll probably also invest more in elemental infusions in this versus that I did in Dark Souls 1. Good because you can do gem aspects versus fighting ore. And I also want to do this route so I can get the blacksmith unlock now, and then I can double back and do the Dragon Rider area next. I gotta go back with the old iron key for that. You know what? Yeah, let's do some summoning as well. I don't think I did too much of it in Dark Souls 1. This will be different. We'll change it up, make it interesting. In we go. Shame this is what's left of the last giant. Just a shambling husk of himself. Although having the sellsword in front is going to make sure you kite damage a little bit more freely. Or he'll be there to act as a sponge. Phase 2 takes off his arm. Swings that very aggressive vigor. Oh, stay behind him. Ow! I got shoved into the wall. Topped up on health. Stay topped up. Okay. Cool. Not too bad at all. Soul of the last giant plus the soldier's key. Let me go back to Lengrass. And I can get his forge unlocked. I can buy some weapons and I can figure out what my next I should figure out what my next weapon is when I'm down there in Majula. And we'll go on to the next boss then. After that. Actually, yeah, we'll go up to that. Go up to the boss after that. Alright. Back this way to Majula. To the far fire. 40 minutes in, still only gotten the one boss. It's not bad, but I think I did kind of fumble a bit the first time. Okay. Let's do this and pick the next weapon. Like I said, if I can dual wield, I will. Depends on what I have. I'm sticking with hammers, it looks like. Okay. As it is. I have clubs. Okay. Let me open this up. I can buy some of his weapons, and I can then upgrade myself. I think I'll probably start with getting at least 20 in everything, and then I'll start focusing.
Bearer of the curse. Seek souls, seek the king, lest this land.
Yeah. Alright. Let's do 20 in strength to start. Get more in endurance, vitality, dex, adaptability. Alright, everything's balanced at 10. So it's a good start. Let's put a bigger up to 15. We'll start with that for now. At least can get some point of order at least. Alright, I can power stance now, which is great. Anything with... Oh, I have to rest first before I can do anything with undress. Excuse me. Let me just go ahead and use one of these, just so I can see what I can buy. I'll save all the boss souls, because I can probably use those for late game weapons.
Stand back. This is dangerous work. The name's Lenigrast.
Lenigrast.
Just a simple blacksmith. And you are? Another useless traveler. A man ought to labor with his feet planted firmly in the earth. Not roam around like you flirtatious vagabonds.
Flirtatious vagabonds.
Go on, show me what you've got. Your equipment. Let me have a look. But do it quick.
Alright. So we'll take spear, another. So we have the hammers with the clubs. We can worry about that later. Axe, thrusting sword. I think the I think the rapier is better quality, yeah. Straight sword, broadsword, and so the curved sword we have, thrusting sword we have, the axe, and then we have those. Okay, and if we get that roll, we can come back here and we can get a second one for dual wielding.
I'll be around.
Alright. We have our weapons. Let's continue. And I think once we beat this next boss, I'm going to go back to... there's a spot where I can get an Estus shard and a few other things, so... I want to do that before we go grab the next opening, so... Again, I have a bit of a plan for this, the first area. After that is... kind of up in the air, at least. Go. Nice. Right. Isn't there stinking spear shield? Thank you. Soldier key door. Like, I'm building a lot of healing in like the prison section. Yep. The way this plays out goes well. Like, we should be able to beat this next boss relatively easily. It also depends on if he charges at us, like, right off the bat. It'll be a bit of a gamble, as will most things, but otherwise we're just gonna have to fucking roll and hope for the best. Thank you. Definitely one of the more intimidating bosses you meet right at the beginning of the game. This is just a fantastic entry. Let's kind of get him properly spaced. Right, here's a gamble. This works. Oh, I got half of his health out. Do this again. Gotta set him up properly. It's charged. Oh, nice! Okay. Did definitely cheese that, but it works. There's the blades, which is a physical attack boost. Nicely done. Alright, I will go back and do more exploration now that we have beaten this guy. But we'll get the next roll and we'll see what happens. Yeah, we're gonna get the bonfire and get the items there next first. Alright, we're picking up pace. Definitely quite an entrance. An effigy. I believe this is the dull ember in this one. Yeah, okay. Alright. Let's get back to Majula. We're doing a lot of back and forth with Majula because we have to level up with the Emerald Herald. Otherwise, we can't really go anywhere. We have to... The unfortunate part about that is that you have to go back to her every time, which at the end is both her and our Dark Souls 3 maiden. Curve swords. Oh, we're grabbing falchions. I believe that's what we had earlier. Let me go talk to Benigrast. Actually, while I'm here, I might as well pick up the others. Because I have 2 of these. Yeah, 2 falchions. Need 2 of these, 2 axes. I have that one. Dueling spears is going to be interesting, but that's a later problem to deal with. Alright, so... Falchion... These... it's 13 decks, okay. Let's do the same things before. We'll do 20 decks. The rest will be spread across the other categories. attempts to equalize everything. Plus with the level up as well, we're also getting our health up as well at the same time, so it is making it easier. I do like the dual wielding curved blades, those are fun. Alright. I need to pick up an Estus shard out here, and then we'll go down the other route, and we'll go fight the Dragon Rider. We'll save the old Dragon Slayer for later. We have to deal with the dragon at the top of the steps first. And that's going to be a little more annoying. Unless I can get past him before he unleashes his breath attack. So I'm pretty sure these things also have a neat bleed. They do. I also need to pick up the Chloranthy ring while we're down here. Let me also go ahead and fight. Ow. That's not what I meant. Get back up this thing. I wanted. There's this. I can maybe trigger him. I think I have to pick up the one in the middle. Just to get close enough. Oh no, I think because I killed... So normally there would be a pursuer in this area, but because I think I killed the one at the other, at the normal arena, I don't think he's gonna spawn again, so that's fine. You and your stinking shields. Hate these soldiers the most. There we go. It's a bit tedious. Alright. We're gonna go around these guys. Also for that reason, specifically. Okay, there's still one more. Alright. Did I miscount? Thought there was. There's only 3? We'll get some items. And we will move down here. That is a poison chest. So let me grab this. Oh, that's a crossbow. Never mind. Thank you. Shard. Open this up. There's lock stone. One of these gives slab, one of these gives a slab normally, and the other one gives the Chloranthy ring. Hey. Now that I have all of that, backtrack a bit. I should probably also now go and get my Estus flask upgraded.
Is that here, Tisila? However,
You know what? I should also probably buy... Because I didn't do that. I didn't buy the heavier stuff because you tend to get better stamina and better equip loads out here. I think I'm going to get the Elite Knight set. So I'll get the leather armor to start. And then you rest, and he should give the Elite Knight set. Well, let me rock with the hard leathers instead. I forget if you can pick up just the simplistic leather armor. If that's the case, I might do the same thing I did with Dark Souls 1 and just do light armor with heavier weaponry. That's nice. That's just nice. Out of flame. Sir, please wait. Let me just pick this up. Thank you. Alright, now we will have our back and forth. If I get their great swords or their great weapons, that'll be even better. The drop rate is also very poor. Ouch. Alright. Painful. Although pale stones, this would be nice, but I'm probably not going to use them very much. Those are beneficial if you want to swap between elements. Or reset the weapons element you have already equipped. Yep. I can't hold any more of these. Pick those up. We need to make sure to kill him because he's blocking the lever behind. Or the arena. Come on. There we go. Ready to get slightly bigger, which is good. Alright, now we deal with the trio. Which would be a little annoying. So I'm pretty sure as soon as one goes, the other two stand up and start moving. Good. Oh boy. Let me just grab the switch before I get killed. Quickly, quickly. Let's just go ahead and run for it. Because I think at this point I should probably just go fight Dragon Rider. I will do this one solo for this instance. Yeah, it is Dragon Rider, okay. So I'm pretty sure the Ornstein boss is the old Dragon Slayer. I could be completely wrong. I'm sure somebody will correct me on that. Ow. Double dip. Yes. Come on. Yeah, although slashing versus plate mail is probably a bad idea, but that was unfortunately what the red mail gave us. And probably better to use like a hammer or something. But we made it. Should I buy some miracles from her? Because I normally don't, but
Are you
here
from
we are.
these parts? My name is Lycia. I have come to spread the art of miracles, a practice of which I am a disciple. I can see that you are well suited to comprehend their wondrous power, but the cost of it, that's for your heart to decide.
Alright. Increase faith. Heal. Lightning spear. I might as well just buy them all. They could all be helpful at some point.
May the power of offer your soul.
Okay. So let's go back and see what we get. We're going to be going back and forth a lot, so expect that to be the case. Eventually we'll be able to just level up from the bonfire or the grace site. That will be probably until we go to Elden Ring. So, which is unfortunate. Okay. What will this time gives us? Oh boy. Daggers. Can I pick those up from... I don't even have any of those. A Broken Thief's Sword. I don't think Lemongrass... Whoops, hold on. Sorry, guys. I completely forgot to remove the thing. That's a Street Sword. No. Can I buy those from the blacksmith in... Lost area? Let me see. I probably should have unlocked that first. Let me do that now. I'll run back here later. I will do all this in due time, I promise. But I also need to make sure I have everything I can use at my disposal. I'll also come back to talk to you as well. That's a mistake. Am I gonna regret not taking care of this guy? I might. It's a later problem, though. I mostly want to kick this barrel down. For the explosion at the bottom. Ow. Go through. Like the bonfire. Man, you are determined. I died to the dog. I should have seen that one coming. Ugh.
Zombified I am.
Alright. Let's get this guy his forge back. Torch. I'll grab some items from the chests as well. No, I don't. Nope. Okay. Why was it so complicated? Okay. Grab some of these. I think you're gonna go both Titanite shards and
Large Titanite shards from these chests.
or is it Twinkling Titanite? Twinkling Titanite, okay. That'll be for the unique weapons. Okay, Titanite shards there. Just the base grade. I got large ones as well, okay.
Oh, why can't they all be this easy? We've got a wild one here. Shable. Shable, I say. Oh, dear Flame. Flame,
Yeah, I have the Ember.
the blacksmith.
McDuff.
So, right now, you imbecile.
Alright, don't have to be
You've got stone. Give me
don't have to be so aggressive about it. Alright. So great sword. We need that. We need the katana. We need a great axe. I have the spear. I don't have the okay, so I do have the halberd now. Pretty sure I have a bow, but just in case. Crossbow. Okay. Alright. Hold on. Let's go back to Majula. I wonder if that lady, now that she's moved places, will have daggers. Or, let's see. Straight sword. Axe. No. Not sure about the rest of these, though. Let's roll again. See if we get something different. So unfortunately we cannot do daggers. We'll have to look for some. Or get lucky from a drop or something like that. Chimes. Alright, miracles. Am I even gonna have enough to do that? 3 uses of this. 11 uses of that. Force. I may have to run from a lot of these encounters, but we'll see. We go up to 30 in faith. Or is it 25? Yes, he's 25. Excuse me. Got 11 force and 3 lightning spears. This is gonna go poorly. Let me see if I can get to... Whatever our dual armored
friend is.
may have to start investing
In what is it?
There's whatever the maybe the
Hold on. The spell use restoration items.
I have to start buying those as well. Given that I'm probably going to need them. Pretty sure she has some. I could buy. Yeah, these. Amber herbs.
Yeah, get more of those.
It's resistant. Okay. Back to the dark flame. Okay. Do I still have the Estus shard? Pretty sure I don't. Okay, no. Good. Okay. If I had more health than I had,
The specifically the ring.
I would go hunt the Royal Rat Vanguard, I think it is. Torches, effigy, Soul Knight, Old Knight Halberd. Okay. Got some stuff.
Start running. Because I have little uses of these for the moment. How well is this gonna go with this guy?
That's just a shove. Well, I mean, that works. He's also wearing heavy plates.
This might change depending on what else he's got on his person.
Oh, I could actually whip him with this.
If I have to.
Some bone dust. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get a lot more of those amber herbs, or at least something stronger. Or just more uses of miracles. I'm pretty sure I can make use of some. I think hexes are still miracle basis. So, pretty sure? Yeah, miracles and hexes. Okay. So it won't be just miracles that I end up using. I'll use hexes as well for chimes. Which is fine. Which means it'll be a little bit slow at the start. Again, I have
barely any at the moment.
Later in the game when I have more variety,
It'll be somewhat easier to work with.
That's just the difficulty with the early stage of the game. You're running with a very
limited amount of stuff.
Because of this, and because I just want to run through the area, I'm just going to skip a lot of the items and just run through Nomad's Wharf. Ouch. So I'm pretty sure I can get to the bell
relatively easily.
The problem is making sure I survive there. Yeah, you know, with everything chasing you at the same time. Ouch. I have a different weapon set, I'll come back and explore. So I'm not having to worry about fighting the bosses. Back away. Thank you. Because there is a ring I want to get down here, but I have nothing at my disposal. It's a little more aggressive in its stance. Get the shortcuts. Excuse me. Thank you. Also pick up my pyromancy flame, which would be good for later. Flexile Sentry. This guy. Oh boy. This might be difficult. Or they just, it's so little damage against him is concerning. I might just use the Chime as a bludgeoning tool. But I'm pretty sure they've also got really good lightning resistance, so that probably doesn't help in this case at all. Make use of that. I could have also increased my faith with the ring and got a little bit more damage in. Ow. Okay. Fine. Okay. Might have drowned from the water rising. Or was that just an added effect? Hopefully not. Into that. it took way too long. Mental note, I need to go hunting for hexes.
At the earliest convenience.
That was just... that was not worth all of the work for that.
Alright.
Before I go off.
Straight swords. Okay. I gotta pick up some broadswords for that reason. Yep, 2 broadswords. Alright. Right, now we're going to the lower section of Los Bastille. Plus, now that I have some better, much better weapons on me, I will go back and explore more of the No Man's Wharf, because there's a couple of things I can pick up there. There's, I think, a great sword, some shards. There's also a ring as well. Pick up other things. So. I also have no extra Estus. Yeah, up to the next boss will be the dual broadswords. I probably have enough as well that I could probably start upgrading weapons. Which might be a good idea to get these upgraded to the next level. Emphasizing in strength. No, don't sit. Talk to the emerald.
Bear, see, lest
20 strength. Let's do 30. Push points to intelligence. Maybe basically be 15. Great stats of 20. I'll spend some of these small ones so I can get the weapons upgraded to +3, maybe +6. Alright, now I'm gonna move into Chunk territory. Probably a waste to use them all now, but
I'll be around.
we'll figure that out later.
Put these away. I think I'll also start putting away all the weapons I'm not using at the moment. I'll pick them back out of the box later. So I'm cluttering my inventory with everything else. A lot of my stuff. So let's go from McDuff's workshop. Actually, let's go back to No Man's Wharf first. We did kind of run through that because I was running off of miracles, and not in a good way. Now that I can at least survive at least a little bit longer. Let's go back and get a couple of things. I think
first, I'm gonna go this way. Because if I go back, I can get an Estus shard from behind a stone gentleman. Also basilisk for some stone drops. Raw stone. Not really that helpful. Bring a bunch of your... Actually, I should probably go, when I go back to Lost Bastille, I should go back to where I got the dull amber, because I need to fight the other pursuer and get some stuff from him. Giant elephant. Are there... I think they're Megalodons? I forget what they're called. In this... Ooh, the knight's gear. Mastodon, that's what it is. Magphoton, not... They're not sharks. Megalodon. Mastodon. Actually, was there something else on the other side? I just ran right past it. If I wear the knight's gear, how heavy am I? Less than 50%. Still with good rolling. Alright. I have the helmet on. That puts me to 54. Okay, I need more quick load if I'm gonna wear... Just fine, at least I'll have a little more, poise for later. Alright, now we'll actually explore No Man's Wharf. Have something we can actually work with. I will make use of Chimes a little more effectively when I have more miracles at my disposal. I need to go get some hexes and more use lightning spear. Shall I go towards the Huntsman's Forest? I could probably meet up with the gentleman out there and get some stuff from him. Both for dark sorceries and for hexes. Because of course I have too many of these. Can you not shoot me? Please. I know you probably want to shoot me, but I'd rather you don't. I also heard that they lead you as well. Alright. I need to go up there first. There's a few things up there I need to get, or I want to get from chests. And then I will also go grab the ring on the lower section. Still running past quite a few things, but there's a purpose for this. I should just pull out my torch. I think these two things hate fire. If I did that correctly. Find the door. Oh boy. Thank you. I'm sure these also just bust through this doorway as well. Yep. What did I say? Go. This is a trap. I'm fine. I think this gives me great sword. Yeah, the great sword's in this one. That's the silver talisman. I think these give me... That's plenty in the armor Nothing useful at the moment. But it's useful. I'm gonna go! Need to buy more of those gems from the merchant Majula. I do like with the power stancing techniques, you get a much wider swing radius. So it does help for getting rid of multiple mobs at once. It is helpful in that regard. There's one more there, yep. Shoot you around first before you swing at the man. Thank you. Go in here. To cast that in there. Big red branch. Illusionary ball. Nice. Some shards. I think these are all just... Well, these are fading souls. There we go. So I can carry them. Royal Soldier's Ring. This is acting much like Havel's Ring. So I should be able to wear the helmet now. Oh, I'm 0.1%? Are you serious? Alright, I'll probably use some points in equip load later. Okay. Let me go back to the bonfire and go back to Bastille. Bastille. Are we playing this right with the time we have? We should be able to clear, I think, all of Bastille. Maybe we can go do the Belfry gargoyles. Well, we have another fragrant branch on the way. We should be able to make it. Oh no, we need the Lockstone if we're gonna do gargoyles. That can be done later. I think the next is the Ruined Sentinels. Before going anywhere. Let's see. Those. Ouch. That was loud. Very loud. Go. Guess of course I already have too many of them. Alright, let's deal with the guy in here. First we get the serpent ring here. The normal serpent ring from this one. And an Finger branch. But you have some Titanite I want. Shouldn't have done a double dip. Good. Nice. Cling Titanite. I don't know why I just stood there and used that instead. Don't you guys also drop like Fireball, I think? I don't remember if they drop a spell or something. I forget if they do that. I'll pass on talking to you. I'm sure someone will probably be upset for me not doing that. This. There's also some things over here I can probably get as well. Just roll that down. Hopefully not set it off. I think it opens from that side, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So I will need to come for the other side. Let's go around to the holding cells. So we play the time right. We should be able to do the sentinels, the gargoyles, and the lost sinner before the end of the stream. That's my goal. At least sets us up for the next chunk of the areas. Pretty sure. Yep, there's Pursuer. Okay, and the Pursuer's probably gone because I died from the docks. Yep, hi buddy, you're just gonna stand there and stare at me. Alright. So that happened. Probably also my own fault for getting greedy and trying to dive onto the enemy that was in that raised platform. Thank you. We'll dive on that. We'll dive on him. Bloodstain. Oh, he's still alive. I thought we were just doing the one instance with him. This may have been a mistake. Oh yeah, because I'm pretty sure he leaves if you don't fight him in this area. So I probably ran out of... I don't have a chance to get what he drops anymore. Cool. Up here is another Estus shard and some Titanites. Okay. We move forward. Hopefully. Thank you. Oh, they do have a spell. Lingering Flame. Nice. So I'll get something for my efforts on those. Ow. I should go back and also get the ring of regeneration at some point. That'd probably be a good thing to pick up. Fragrant branch fuel. Because there's going to be a horde of enemies to deal with in there, I'm probably just going to run past them. Right through here. Thank you. Good day. Excuse me. Nope. Ow. Alright, ruin sentinels. As long as we kill them all effectively, basically the idea is you take one sentinel out before the others get up onto the platforms. So hopefully... Okay, there's one. Second one should be jumping up soon. He's gonna jump. There he is. Ow. Hopefully. Come on, one more. Back away. Oh, I died from the fall. I should not have done that. I should have made sure I had enough to survive the stumble I did off of there. Okay. Let me go back and actually get my Estus flask upgraded. Maybe then I'll have a little more of a chance.
Is that a shark? To seal up, however.
Should be at 4 or 5 uses, I think, by the end of this. Yeah, okay. So these. Alright, so this again. Just gonna run past as best I can. Whether that actually works is a different story. Because you're gonna be in the way. You. Don't mind the explosion behind me. Can I open the door before they get to me? Yep. Yeah, some of these run backs are just a little more tedious than I'd like them to be. I mean, I'm positive most of you have probably picked a good handful of run backs in this game that are significantly worse than others. There's one against the trio battle in the Sunken King DLC that's pretty bad. The route to the Smelter Demon, I think, is another one. Both of the regular and the blue Sentinel. The blue Smelter Demon as well. Both are pretty bad. Oh, and everyone probably knows about the Frozen Outskirts, which we will have to brace for that. Fight, go to fight Lude and Salin. Okay, just gonna miss the window. The problem is, if both of them are up on the pedestal, I have a much harder time dealing with them in a single instance. Because I have to kite them around a little more effectively. And maybe the Ruined Sentinels that we end up stopping on tonight. If this is the pace we're going, I'm not sure. Let's see. I know I can do it, I just... Unfortunately, one of them fell off the ledge, so I couldn't focus on just one of them. I had to kite them both around at the same time. Come on, get in. Yep. Let me also go ahead and add some gold pine resin to one of these, just to see if that might speed up the process. Stop falling off. Alright. Probably fire might have been better. If anything, at least weakening one of them may be a smarter move. So it staggered him. Okay. I can focus on just one of them now, so let me go down. Now that I have just one to worry about. Ouch. Alright. Okay. Now that I have that done. I missed the jump. Pretty sure those are just homeward bolts on the side of the bridge, so I'm not too worried about missing those. I think I'll just skip those for now. Just need to run past the guy in there. It's gonna explode. Alright, maybe we'll get at something better. I mean, the broadswords are great, but by themselves, I also don't have the highest amount of stats yet. That might change significantly when we get stronger. Okay. So let's see where we're at. Have a great hammer? If not, we'll spin again. And see what they get. See if what we'll fight the gargoyles with. Pretty sure we don't have a great hammer. It's a halberd. Hammer. No. So I'm pretty sure this is it. It's a halberd, isn't it? Or is it an axe? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright, we will spin again. Plus also going past, on the way to the Lost Sinner, I can find a place where I can start getting weapons. Ultra Great Sword. Pretty sure... Ultra Great Sword? Just categorized as a Great Sword. Yep, that is an Ultra Great Sword. Yep. Man, this thing is heavy. Pick up a shield for this guy. Alright, we're working with the greatsword then.
I knew you.
This thing excels in strength. I think this is one of the few weapons that can get up to an S rank in strength. I could be completely wrong, and I'm pretty sure there are more. We need to get more into strength. I mean, 30's not bad, so let's see if we can get everything else to 20 with what we have at our disposal. And we'll go to 30. Let's go to 40? 40 strength. Alright. 40 strength. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, let's go see if we can take out the gargoyles. And if that goes well, we can roll one more time and then go fight the Lost Sinner. And then we'll have gotten all the way to probably the first chunk of the story done. Hopefully. Oh yeah, the pursuer's back. Huh? Okay, this thing's chunky. A lot of stamina usage in this. Nice. Alright, where did the chest go? There it is. Priest Chime. Large club. Is it a great hammer? It is. Hold on. We picked up the Great Hammer. We had the Great Hammer category before. Let's go get this upgraded. We at least have the Ultra Great Sword ready. I forgot it was right there. I was wrong already. It's already S grade.
I'll be around.
I was already proven wrong. Alright, I will admit it. Yeah. Sacred Clerics. Clerics can jump is better. Alright. Back to Serpent's Corpse. Alright, and I think also the club might be better suited because it's bludgeoning versus slashing. But then again, the Ultra Great Sword is... Because the Great Sword itself, it seems like it's mostly blunt. I mean, it's a solid chunk of iron. Right, I don't have any Ferrous Lockstones. Alright, we will deal with the... We'll go to the Lost Center then. If we can find some more Lockstones on the way, we can come back and deal with the Gargoyles in the next run. Or the next part. That thing is heavy. It's good swing. Yeah. I can work with that. Giant chunk of a tree. Yep, gargoyles are out. Sorry, buddy. Oh, I forgot about these guys. Yeah, if you don't kill them, they just have the... I believe it's a Petrify Explosion. Some just do a straight explosion. Yep, like that. There's one there. There. That's it? Is there one more? Oh, here goes the other one. Yep. Alright, we need to pick this guy up. Pretty sure for Fragrant Branch, yep. How many of these do I have left? Should have a couple. No, I don't have any left. Okay. So I'll need to pick up more. Sir?
I must thank you, young traveler. I am Strayed.
It's a Strayed.
Wandering sorcerer of sorts. I've been a guest for a very long time. Very cursed one. Weak you may be.
Alright, let's see if we can get some stuff. Intelligence. Spell length. Yeah, we need Rouge Water. Quite a few hexes. It also costs intelligence as well as faith for some of these. That's fine. Better some than not at all. I think that'll be it for now. Yeah, eventually we can also get a lot of these weapons, so if we need to come back for specific weapons, we can get some custom stuff. Okay, we can get a twin blade, we can get curved great sword. The curved sword, whatever we need. Oh, we have the curved sword. We need the curved great sword. So we'll save the souls for when we need specific ones. Ooh, the ruined sentinel soul. Is there anything else we can get with the ruined sentinel soul? No, we'll pick that up now. Yeah. Great. And the gesture. Yes, yes, thank you, sir. Alright. Pull another helmet for now. Actually, I think I should have enough now that I've upgraded. I think everything else to 20. Plenty more of those now. Yeah, raw stone not gonna be helpful there. How much? Okay, so I have. No, I'm still overweight. I put on the helmet. Okay. Picked up the key. Good. Nope. Excuse me. Thank you. Yeah, there's some areas in here that I'm not going to be excited about at all to deal with. Frozen Outskirts in Elysium DLC. Yes, I know, I heard you the first time. It was the Path to the Blue, Smelter Demon. The route to Sora alone in that same DLC is not going to be too bad. Oh yeah, the route to the trio fight at the end of the Sunken City DLC is going to be a little bit annoying. I could have just not done that. I honestly feel like most of the DLC run backs are going to be probably the more tedious ones. Well, I think some are better than others, I think. As can be done. Okay. I said this in a previous, during the previous game run through, but now I'm going to ask a different question. I said what was the worst area in the Souls games. Now I want to know your guys' worst runbacks. The one to the Smelter Demon, the one to the Frigid Outskirts, Sunken City, or Sunken King DLC. There are a lot of bad routes out there. I want to know, from your guys' perspective, which one do you find the worst? Or the most tedious to deal with? Because there are some that are just bad, based on either the instance of just tons of enemies, or area placement, or a mixture of both. And they could all be bad in their own way. That's probably putting it mildly, to say the least. For sure, we're not going to one-hand this. Because I want to do that. And then if he jumps me, I can just jump off. Or he just falls to his death. That works too, I guess. That wasn't intentional, but that's fine by me. I mostly want to do that to get this for later. Because I also need to pick up the Blossom Kite Shield. Is it here, or is it... I think it's here. Yeah, Blossom Kite Shield. Can I put that on real quick? Gonna be a little overweight. Also because of this guy. One was already bad enough. Also, the range of some of these attacks I'm getting is not helpful at all. And bite. Alright. Let's go again. Not done with you. I shouldn't have done that. Drink, drink, drink. And smack. Thank you. Pretty sure lock stones are in one of these. Because of course I already have too many of them. A lot of these come from dogs. Alright, I also have to deal with these guys as well. Back. Pretty sure I need a Bastille key from this door. Yes. I think I get some fire seeds. Yeah, I can get my pyromancy flame upgraded. Sure. One of these has lock stones in it. I think it's this one. Yes. Yeah. Because of course I can't pick any more up because of the having too many. Thank you. Now I have lock stones. Great. I could go fight the sinner now, but I don't want to chance it with, you know, 5 with only 2 Estus. I'd feel better if I had the 5. So I'll rest. I'll come back down. Back down I go. Slow is 75? Or is it 60? Slow roll, I think, is at 60. Light a torch. Light the torch. Alright, just don't roll in the water. Of course. Dealing with him once was bad enough. I forget he respawns. Or they respawn, I guess. Don't you dare shove me. I'm not dealing with that. Thank you. Just want to light these up. I could also go, if I get the smooth and silky stones, I could also go trade those with our bird friends back in the starting area. And we get some stones from them for enhancements. There's an idea. I'm also doing this because it does make it easier to find the boss now that everything's lit up. Use one of these. Should make an investment at some point to buy just the max amount of those for later. No. Okay. Alright, here we go. Ugh. Still creepy. Yeah, he fights more in the dark, but because we lit up the other two sides of the oil trails, which are making it somewhat easier. Get greedy and try to do 2 swings. One is fine. Drink. And mental note, I also need to go make use of my sublime bone dust so I can get my Estus flasks upgraded again. Potency. Use 2. There we go. Alright. Alright. Lovely. Yo, Elizabeth Mushroom. This is our first instance of meeting a certain somebody. No, we meet him at the end of the 4th one, I think. Fire. Ooh. Alright. That, I think we're set to call it a day and close out with that as a victory. So, we got quite a bit of stuff done. We got both pathways leading up to the first primal bonfire and beating the Lost Sinner, so I'm happy with that. We did have quite a few fumbles, but I mean, that's just the way the Dark Souls is, and I also got greedy with quite a few of those things, so... But I'm happy overall with how things went. And it should be good. We'll be set up. We'll be probably going out, do the route of either going to the sewers and going after the Rotten as that route, dealing with the Royal Red Vanguard and them. Or we'll go to the Huntsman's Court, the Copse, and go after the route to the Old Iron King. But until then, hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, you guys know how this works. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow, all that fun jazz. Lets me know you guys are enjoying it. Lets me know that I'm still going to be able to do it, just because I enjoy what I do. I'm doing this as fun as a hobby, so if you guys are enjoying it as well, let me know. I'll see you guys next time. Remember, the void is always willing to listen to those who want to be heard. They will always be willing to listen. And I'm willing to hear you out. Have a great night, guys. I love you. I'll see you in the next one.